Welcome to the Gleaners Corporate Coffee Mornings, where we speak to members of corporate Jamaica on matters of interest to you. I'm your host, Barbara Ellington, and our sponsors are CPJ and Jablum. Today, our guests are Brian George, President and CEO of Supreme Ventures Limited, and Sonia Davidson, and your Head of Corporate Communications.
I am, Barbara.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for joining me.
Not a problem.
I want to ask you, first of all, about the most recent development in Supreme Ventures, and that's Sunday gaming. How has that been going?
It's been going very well. We do approximately 60% of what we will do on a regular day, which says that there was a demand for it. There's an interesting nature to our players in that they keep track of the balls at play and how they bet on the game, so that they don't want to interrupt their betting pattern.
I see.
And if they miss Sunday, they feel that they would have interrupted their pattern. If they were planning on a ball coming and they expect it to come on Monday, now that we are gaming on Sunday, they better play it on Sunday, because if it plays on Sunday, they would never forgive themselves.
So that does not affect the Sunday worshippers at all, because the controversy was about that particularly.
Well, worshippers worship.
Yes.
You know, I don't think that cash pot stops anybody from going to church. People make their choices. I've always been a strong believer in personal choice. All we do is we open. We don't force people into our shops.
Yes.
We just provide a mechanism for them to place their bet. And I suspect that people make a conscious decision what they believe is in their best interest.
And for the workers now, does that mean that you would have had to take on extra staff, or do the present team of workers get extra pay for working extra hours?
Well, don't forget our agents are independent agents.
I see.
So they contract their own workers, and their relationship with their workers is distinct from us. As such, if they chose to either pay overtime, which in many cases the workers wanted because it gave them more money, or if they chose to take on an additional worker, one way or the other, the workers benefited, as far as I'm aware. So that Sunday betting has been a benefit to all who have participated in it.
All right, now let's talk a little bit more seriously now. The dollar is sliding. A friend of mine from the banking sector told me yesterday that by Christmas it's going to be 110 to 1. How has that affected the Supreme Ventures business?
The dollar sliding will create some hyperinflation. And certainly the spending power of our customers is being diminished. And it's being diminished in a lot of different ways. You're seeing it in terms of the increase in prices of utilities, food prices, the increase in compliance. The fact that you have even the JPS is now forcing people into the formal sector of paying. It means that a lot more money is being channeled into these areas. We're not seeing the offsetting growth as you would expect from remittances. I read this morning that remittances are slowing down, and certainly you expect them to continue to slow down because the U.S. has not fully recovered from its recession. But I tend to be optimistic. When I first came to Jamaica, the exchange rate, when we first started this business, the exchange rate was 46 to 1.
Wow.
And it is now 103 to 1. But the business has always kept pace with the exchange rate changes, the devaluation. Not on a day-to-day basis, but over time it does that. So from a business point of view, I am fairly optimistic that the economy will adjust to the new realities and our business will continue to flourish. But that doesn't mean we are not sensitive to the fact that people in our communities are suffering. And it means that we also have to look a little more closely as to how we do some of our corporate giving. Okay. Because we have to be more focused on things that help people rather than things that just make us feel good.
Okay. This is Corporate Coffee Mornings, and our guests are Brian George, President and CEO of Supreme Ventures Limited, and Sonia Davidson, Head of Corporate Communications.